Dear students, at first take my cordial love. I hope you are well. I am also well by the grace of Almighty Allah. But dear students, you know about the present crisis of the world. The whole world has been severely affected by COVID-19, and in our country, lots of people have been affected by COVID-19. That's why we have to remain home. We have to stay home. Stay home, stay safe. It's a slogan now. So, dear student, but time is moving, and you have to carry on your study. So, our honorable headmaster has taken the decision to take the classes on online. So, our experienced teachers on different subjects, they have taken a lots of classes in their own discipline, and our experienced teachers from English, they have also taken a lots of classes. I hope if you watch these classes attentively, you will be able to clear your confusion about different topics. Yes, student, today I am also going to discuss a very important and vital topics from English second paper, especially for the students of class 9 and 10, right form of verbs. So before delivering my speech, dear students, I am going to discuss about some forms of verbs. Please look at the board. Here I write base form. There are some forms of verbs: base form, past participle form, gerund, infinitive, s, es, is form, participle form. Base form. You know about the conjugation of verbs. In conjugation of verbs, there are three forms of verbs: base form, past participle form. Here there are some forms: gerund, infinitive, sis, participle form. Base form, that means source from where the verbs originated. At first, here base form do. This is the base form, and the past form of the do, did, isn't it? Past participle form, done. Gerund, verb plus ing, do plus ing, doing. Infinitive, to plus verb present form. Infinitive means to plus base form of the verb. So here the base form, to do. S, es, is. So with the base form, here you have to add s, es or is. Here with do, does. Participle form, verb plus ing. Participle x like an adjective, and gerund x like a noun. With the verb you have to add ing, but there is a difference between the two. So dear students, now you have to have an idea about some verbs. I have categorized the verbs in different modes. To be verb. There are some to be verbs: am, is, are, was, were, shall be, will be, have been, has been, had been. To have verb: have, has, had, shall, will have, shall have. Modal verb. There are some modal verbs. There are two kinds of verbs: modal verbs, modal, semi-modal, and pure modal. There are lots of modal verbs. I have written some examples, written some verbs in the board. If you look at, if you notice, you will be able to clear about your conception about the modal verb. Shall, should, can, could, will, would, may, might, must, need, dare, am to, is to, are to, ought to, have to, all are modal verbs. So dear students, these are related with the right form verbs. Okay, dear student, now I am going to discuss some rules about right form verbs. Before going to discussion, I am giving a clear conception about the distribution of marks, especially with the students of class 9 and 10. In English second paper, there are 60 marks for grammatical part and 40 marks for composition part. And if you want to cut a good figure in the exam, of course, you have to be expert in both items. in grammatical part and also in the composition part. So in grammatical part there are 11 items for the students of class 9 and 10. Each item contains 5 marks except transformational sentence. In transformational sentence there are 10 marks, and today I am going to discuss some rules. I will focus on some important rules. There are lots of rules of right form verbs, but if you go through the board questions, if you follow the board questions, here you find some common rules which are very important for you. So today I will discuss the rules. In your English second paper, the right form verbs passage will be given, but today I will discuss the rules in detached sentence, because at first you have to learn the all rules in detached sentence, and then inshallah in next class I will discuss the rules and how can you apply the rules in passage. Okay, now yes students, please look at the board. Rule number 1. Here I will tell you some techniques. If you follow these techniques, I think you will be able to clarify your conception about the right form verbs. If the subject is third person singular number and if the verb is present indefinite tense, with the verbs here you have to add s or es if the subject is third person singular number. Here look at the rules. Here the subject is he and here verb is sing. So with the principal verb you have to add s or es. Here the answer will be he sings sweetly. With the principal verb here you have to add s or es if the subject is third person singular number. But if the subject is third person plural number, no need to add s or es. Okay. And another rule number 2, habitual fact. If the sentences expresses habitual fact or universal truth or eternal truth, here the sentence will be present indefinite tense. And if the subject is again third person singular number, with the principal verb you have to add s or es. So here the answer is ice float on water. Here the subject is ice, that is third person singular number. So with the principal verb you have to add s. So the answer will be ice floats on water. Okay, I think it is clear. And these rules are very common, and you have learned these rules in class 6 and 7. But for your reminding, I again discuss the rules. Rule number 3. Now, at this moment, at present, if these words are found in the sentences, the sentence will be present continuous tense. You know, at first I tell you, you must have a clear conception. You must have a clear idea about the structure of the tense, because sometimes some rules are from the tenses. So now, at this moment, at present, you have to remind these words. If these words are found, the sentence will be present continuous tense. So what is present continuous tense? What is the definition of present continuous tense? Present continuous tense means the work is continuing or going to be continued near future. Such kind of sentences are called present continuous tense. So here I can write an example. They watch TV now. They watch TV now. Please look at me. They watch TV now. Here the word now. So the sentence will be present continuous tense. The work is continuing. So here the answer will be they are, with the principal verb you have to add ing, watching TV now. So another rules, just now, already, recently, yet, ever, lately. If such kind of words are found in the sentences, the sentence will be present perfect tense. And you know the structure of the present perfect tense. After subject, you have to write have or has, and then the V3, past participle form of the verbs. So you must have a clear idea about the conjugation of verbs. There are some forms of verbs, present, past and past participle I discussed previously. So dear student, Now I am going to write an example regarding this sentence. Please look at me. I already visit the zoo. Here the word is already. If such kind of words are found just now, already, recently, yet, ever, lately, the sentence will be present perfect tense. So here the answer, after subject you have to write have or has according to the subject or number or person. Here with I you have to write have. I have already. Then the V3 form, past participle form of the verbs. Visited. I have already visited the zoo. Okay, I think this rule is clear to you. Okay, dear students, now roll number 5. There are some words. Yesterday, ago, last week, last night. These words indicates past. So the tense will be past indefinite tense. Okay? And you know the structure of the past indefinite tense. After subject, you have to write the V2 form. That means past form of the verb. So here is an example. I returned from London last week. Here the word last week. Last week. So these words indicates past. The action finished in the past. So the verb will be the past form. So here the answer is returned. The past form of returned. Returned. So another important rules, having to be. If there is having or to be, and after having and to be, you have to write the past participle form of the verbs. That means V3. Here I have written an example. I think if you follow this, you will be clear about this. Having steal the money, the thief ran away. Here the principal verb is steal. So the structure is having or to be. You have to write the past participle form. So the past participle form of steal, stolen. Having stolen the money, the thief ran away. Isn't it? I think it is clear. And another rules, rule number 7. If in the sentence there are some words with a view to, look forward to, get used to, cannot help, could not help, preposition. So after these words with the verb you have to add ing. You have to add ing. Okay, this rule is also very important. And when you practice the passage form, when you practice the passage form, here you will found all these rules. Okay, and you can apply all these rules. Okay. Okay, dear student, now let's start another rules. Now I am giving an example from the rule number 7. The boy went to the library with a view to read a book. And also in rule number 7 there are some words which I told you to remind it. With a view to, look forward to, get used to, cannot help, could not help, preposition. Okay, here the word with a view to. So after with a view to, you have to add with the principal verb ing. So the answer will be reading. The boy went to the library with a view to reading a book. I think it is clear. Yes. Another rules, rule number 8, while plus verb plus ing. If after while there is a verb, you have to add ing with this verb. And this is very important, you have to remember it. You have to add ing. When you have to add ing with the verb, you have to add ing with the base form, not with the past form or past participle form. You have to remind it. This is very important. Sometimes you have you make lots of mistakes when you examine your answer tips. Here we found some silly mistakes from you, so you try to remind it. And another rules regarding while subject plus verb. And if you follow this example, here I write an example, while he ran. After while there is a subject and then verb, but in this rule after while there is a verb, so there is a difference between the two. So after while, if there is any subject and then principal verb, the answer will be present continuous tense, sorry, past continuous tense. Okay, so while he ran he fell down. Here the answer, while he, past continuous tense. The structure of the past continuous tense, after subject you have to write was or were. Here was, and then with the principal verb you have to add ing, running. While he was running he fell down. So I think you are clear. If you have any question you can ask me and I will try to answer your question. I will try to solve the problem. You make any comment in the comments box. Okay, and another important rules, modal verbs. These rules is very important. All rules are important when you practice from any reference book, when you go through the board questions. Here you found these rules. How can you apply these rules in the passage? Inshallah, I will discuss in another class. So here are some modal verbs. I have written can, could, will, would, shall, should, ought to, have to, has to, had to, may, might. Another modal verbs, am to, is to, are to, must, need, dare. Okay, after the modal verb, if there is any principal verb, you have to write the base form, root form of the verbs, not past and past participle form. You have to remind it. Sometimes you made mistake. Okay, so here is an example for you. Please notice this. We should follow him. Here modal verb is should, and after the modal verb there is a principal verb follow. So the verb will be unchanged. That is the base form of follow. But there is another rules regarding this. If after the modal auxiliaries there is be, of course you have to write the past participle form of the verbs. Here please look at this. We should be. If after the modal auxiliary there is be, the verb will be past participle form. Okay, there is a difference between the two. So dear students, please remind it. Okay dear students, now I am going to finish the class, and before finishing the class, regarding the rules today I have discussed, I have given some examples, I have given some homeworks. Please look at the board and note down. There are some words, there are some sentences regarding the rules which I have discussed. Number 1, he always disturb the class. Number 2, he is singing a song now. Number 3, Rubaiyat go out just now. Number 4, Rafi see you long ago. Number 5, the headmaster desired the notice to be hanged. Number 6, you may come tomorrow. Okay, and I hope if you follow my classes attentively, and you will be able to solve this, because I have discussed all the rules which are given as your homework. So dear students, no more today. See you again in the next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz.